Well, hello, you gorgeous mother truckers, you, and welcome to another video. Yes, that is a Morrison sign, but I'm not at my normal Morrison's. I'm at Morrison's in Solihull Town Centre, as my youngest has been selected to go and spend the morning at the prestigious Solihull School, private school, because she's doing science. Because she's so good at science, she's invited to go there to spend the morning doing science stuff, which of course I'm immensely proud of. Even more proud of the fact that my next one up, old Charlie, he's had his awards night at the school last night and he won 3 awards. So and that's not bad for a kid whose philosophy of senior school is, well, it's something to be tolerated, Dad. So that's why I'm in a different location. Just in case you wondered, a very, very proud parent, you can imagine. My kids are doing very, very well. Unlike Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves. Because the welfare bill was passed last night and it's going through to its next stage in Parliament. But in reality, because they were scared shitless that they were going to actually lose the vote, they made that many concessions that in reality it's a bill which is literally of nothing. They have made so many concessions that it is literally dead in the water. First, there was a start of the climb down yesterday afternoon where it was announced that the new welfare bill would be not affecting current users, which I don't agree with. Yeah, and as it turned out, quite a few Labour MPs still didn't vote, who voted against them didn't agree with, because you're going to create a 2-tier welfare system, which is not just and fair, which is supposed to be British values or English values. British values, I don't even know what that is anymore. But in any case, so then it was the other bit. Well, we're not actually going to bring it all in until after we've done a review, which isn't going to happen till November 2026. And then after we've had this review and this discussion, then we'll come back. Basically, that means this welfare bill is dead, finished, and in the water. In its cutting stage, other things like increasing universal credit payments and all that sort of stuff, basically the good stuff is staying. All the major cuts have gone, which now leaves Rachel Reeves in a situation where she now has lost a projected £9 billion, which is just £1 billion. In fact, it's not even that. I think it's £500 million less than it costs to look after and house all those illegal immigrants that continually stream across the channel, because smashing the boats really worked. But of course, you can't smash a gang, considering the gangs are the governments. So this now puts the fact that Keir Starmer literally has a spine of... In fact, I don't even think he's got a spine. So he's a completely ineffectual leader. He has no authority. He has no power. No one fucking listens to him. So what's the point? And in the wider spectrum, no one believes a fucking word he says. And just no one believes him. No one believes him. So the question is, how much longer can that idiot stay in charge? Although, as I've said before, I'd rather that idiot stay in charge than it go to Angela Rayner, because if you think it's bad now, you wait till the ginger minge gets in. And then, of course, this also means that Rachel Reeves has nowhere to stand either. She's lost 9 billion projected. I always say projected because they have a lot of these projections and they never quite work out, do they? They never quite, in fact, they never work out. So, as this hasn't, because they never plan, they never think further than the idea. Somebody comes up with the idea, that's a great idea, and then that's it. They don't think any of it through. They have no idea or forethought or anything. It's just, that's a good idea. I genuinely think in Labour, somebody says something in a room, everybody goes, run with it. And then they go, well, what about, no, just run with it. But just run with it, it'll be fine. It'll all be fine in the end. And yeah. So she's really now got no real leg to stand on. She is an absolute disaster as a Chancellor. I mean, let's be honest, it's just coming up to a year. I think it's next couple of days, it's a year since Labour were voted in. And in less than that time, they've managed to completely and utterly destroy the British economy. But, there's always a but, remember, there's always a but in these things, isn't there? But my concern, and I think a lot of people are now waking up to this as well, is the fact that if she can't get the 9 billion that they were supposed to be saving, she needs 9 billion. Budget in October. So guess who's going to pick up the bill? Guess who's going to be taxed to oblivion? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you glorious mother truckers, you. It's us lot. We are going to get absolutely slammed. I've got another video coming up after this video, which was recorded before the video and before the vote, which I was going to put out first, but now it ties into this one better. Some more in where everything's just collapsing. You see, when you have an idea about something, when you're trying to run a country, when you're trying to be clever and smart, you need to be clever and smart. I struggle, you see, because when I do something like today, I plan for eventualities, problems, issues. I have a plan and I have backups. For instance, we left earlier than we really needed to get here because I'm going to take in consideration the thousands of bloody roadworks around here and the fact that you can never, there could be a car broken down. So you build in a contingency, even down to the fact that I had other routes planned just in case, which may take a bit longer, but would have got me here because she needed to be here by a set time. So she was here and we were early. I'd rather be early than late. You see, that's planning. Now, remember, in the army, we used to have the 5 Ps. Planning and preparation prevent piss poor performance. And Labour haven't followed the 5 Ps. And now it's a piss poor performance. And it just gets worse. I mean, how the Labour Party can survive any longer is beyond me. It really is. I mean, everybody pretty much. I mean, even Matthew Staddon, that sick blooming soy boy knobhead, even he's moaning about the Labour Party now. There's only Benjamin Butterworth, who is he must take it up the arse regularly by Keir Starmer, allegedly, just in case. Ooh, careful. But the vast, and a few completely. If you now still support Labour, and if you still think they're doing a great job, please go and check yourself into the local mental institution, because there is nothing that this government is doing that is good. Nothing. And anything they try to do, they U-turn on. They backtrack on. They make massive concessions. They haven't got a clue. They really haven't got a clue. And I still, to this day, cannot understand how anyone... Well, actually, I do. Some of you who are now probably crying into your cornflakes voted these idiots in to stick it to the Conservatives. Bravo. Bravo. To stick it to the Conservatives is you don't vote for the people that everyone's trying to... me and many others were going, you vote for Labour, we're screwed. I mean, come on. Even Rishi Sunak stood on the stage and said, you vote Labour in, they're going to tax you to oblivion. And he was absolutely right. One of the few times Winged Nut was right, but he was right. And people went, oh, no. Yeah, well, you've had 14 years. Yeah. Just to put it out there, by the way, I've no fan of the Conservatives. I will admit, because I'm an honest guy and I have core values, that I voted for Boris. Because, like an idiot, I genuinely believed that maybe, just maybe, a politician was actually going to do something they said. And he didn't. Although, to be fair, an awful lot of that is because of all the civil servants, of which most of them were probably at Glastonbury acting like price pricks, waving flags, because of them as well. And also because, let's be brutally honest, the vast majority of the establishment didn't even think we'd vote to leave. And when we did vote to leave, they punished us. And we're being punished by replacement theory, but we'll go into that in a different video. But if you still support Labour now, even now, when your illustrious leader has been proved to have zero spine and zero credibility, you really need to go and take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror. Maybe book an appointment at a doctor. Oh, shit, you can't do that. I mean, I've got one booked. I had to book it a month in advance, and it's still only a telephone appointment. But apparently there's thousands of appointments. But that's for another video. Any case, 2 videos popping up there. If you want to give them a watch, it'd be much appreciated. There's a logo there. If you want to click on that, that lets you subscribe to my channel. And that would be gratefully received. And it's up to you. If you like what I'm saying, like what I'm doing, and agree with them, hit the subscribe button. If you do that, ding that notification bell. Make sure you do it on the mobile phone as well if you've got that. So that'll really, really help. And you may get a notification that I've done another video. You can like, you can share, you can even try and bang out a comment. Although at the moment, to be fair, quite a few comments are actually managing to stay, which is good. Because the comment section is not just for you to tell me about stuff. It is there for you to make your moment, your speech, your viewpoint. I don't delete videos. I don't delete videos. I don't delete comments. I have to ban. I mean, I found that as my subscriber count get up to about 5, 6, 7,000, I noticed that you start attracting people with some very outlandish views. And I've got a video on one of them, which and so far, and the thing is, I can count on one hand how many people I've had to ban off my YouTube channel. It's that many. That's it. So far. Any case, enough of that. I am done. So, until the next one.